This is the Easy Betting Show. I am Easy, and this is my first video back in a while. So, be easy on me because it's probably going to be a couple of hiccups here because it's my first show back in like 6 months or something like that. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm Easy. We are talking MLB opening day, which is tomorrow. Hopefully you already know that, but if not, yeah, it's tomorrow, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to go over my best team bets that I have for tomorrow, as well as my best player props that I have. And then I'm going to finish it up with my home run lottos that I do pretty much every day during the baseball season. So a lot of good stuff to do in this one. I'm going to be doing these MLB shows just about every day at 8 o'clock on the East Coast, which is right now. So, hang out with me. I am going to probably miss a couple days because every day is just insane. But go over to my Twitter. The handle is what's on the screen right now. You can see that right there. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it because that's what I want to do. Like I said, I have team props first. I'm going to go over those first. I got about 5 or 6 of those. Go into the player props, again, about 5 or 6 of those, and then the home run lottos at the end. And that's how I'll be doing every show. So it'll be fairly easy to follow. Y'all with me? Hopefully you're with me. It's not that complicated. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty chill episode. Most of them are going to be pretty chill. I'm not what you would call professional by any means. So yeah. Anyway, getting into the team props. My favorite one tomorrow, Phillies -1.5. It's even money on FanDuel. All these odds are going to be FanDuel. I tend to find that they have the best odds for MLB, so that's what I use. But odd shop as always. Phillies -1.5, even money. They have their ace on the mound in Zach Wheeler. He kind of speaks for himself on how good he is. He had a great season last year. He's going up against Mackenzie Gore. I'm not sure if he's the Nationals ace or not. I guess if he's their opening day guy, they consider him the ace. And he did have a really good year last year. He did have a sub-4 ERA. His win percentage is just under 500 for his career, which is kind of why I don't want to call him an ace. But he did have a pretty good year last year. On the other hand, though, the Phillies do have 7 guys that hit 200, 250 or better against him, and 4 of those guys hit 333 or better against him. So the Phillies beat him up pretty well in their career. So when you combine that with how dominant Wheeler is, and he's pretty good against the Nationals too. Really, the only 2 guys that hit him well on the Nationals is 2 new guys for them in Nathaniel Lowe and Paul DeJong. I think the Phillies just coast here, and I don't think the Nationals really have much for them, at least in the opener. Second play that I like is Royals money line. That's -130, so I'm putting 1.3 units on that one. I know it's a little bit of juice, but with the MLB, unless you're just betting player props, you're going to have juice. Just put a couple more percentages of a unit on it, and you're good to go. That's why you're going to see a lot of 1.3, 1.2 units for me. I just do that so I win a unit back. Royals money line. Ragans is pitching for the Royals. He's definitely their ace. He's been really good in the 2 years he's pitched for the Royals. And the Guardians typically don't hit him very well with their career numbers. They haven't seen a ton of him though, so pretty small sample size, but they still haven't seen him very well. On the other side for the Guardians is Tanner Bibby. He's also been pretty good in his 2 years in the league, both with the Guardians. And aside from Bobby Witt and Vinny Pasquantino, the Royals don't really hit him very well either, also in a small sample size. So these are 2 pretty good pitchers that have pretty good stuff against the other teams. The reason why I'm going the Royals here is I think that their hitting is just a little bit better. I like their lineup a little bit more. And I think the Royals also have a little bit better of a bullpen. So I think this is going to be a close game. I do think it's going to be a low scoring game. Maybe go Nerfy in this one as well. That's no runs first inning for anybody that doesn't bet this like religiously like a lot of us do. But yeah, I just think the Royals are going to pull out in this one. First 5 might be a good bet as well, but I'm just going to go Royals money line on the game here. And I'll probably bet Nerfy too, but that's not an actual like official bet that I'm running in this one. The third one that I'm doing, Diamondbacks money line, that's -126. So again, 1.3 units on that one as well. Diamondbacks are playing the Cubs in this series. As you know, the Cubs are coming off of the Tokyo series where they lost both games. They've had a few days off since the travel, so I don't think the travel is going to be a massive side effect for them, but it could still affect them a little bit. But that's not really why I'm betting Diamondbacks. The Cubs are pitching Justin Steele, who did pitch in Tokyo, and the Dodgers beat him up pretty bad. I think his ERA is sitting at like 11.5 right now, which for one game isn't a big deal. It just shows that he kind of got beat up a little bit. Now, Justin Steele is a really good pitcher, but the Diamondbacks also have 7 guys hitting 333 or better against him in their careers. Again, it's a small sample size, but that's still showing that they're at least seeing his pitches well. And then on top of that, the Diamondbacks are pitching Zach Gallen, and Zach Gallen has been really good for them, especially last year. He had a good year. So I think that's going to be a big factor in the Diamondbacks winning as well. And the Diamondbacks also have a really good bullpen, which is why I'm going Diamondbacks full game money line here and not first 5 money line. I think first 5 money line is probably a good bet as well. But the full game, when you combine the bullpen, I think is just a little bit better of a bet in my opinion. Fourth team bet that I have here is Mets over 3.5 total runs. Another minus 128, so another 1.3 units. This is probably the gamble of my bets. I mean, it's all gambling. That's literally what we're talking about, but you know what I mean. Probably not a ton of people betting this if I had to imagine, but that being said, I don't know or really care. The Mets are going against Framber Valdez for the Astros. And he's been pretty good. He's coming off one of the best years he's had since being in the league. But he is prone to down games. So I think this could potentially be one of those games where nerves are getting to him a little bit. He's the opening day guy. He's going against this loaded Mets roster. And the nerves kind of get him a little bit, and they see his pitches. Also, this Mets roster is a little bit kind of semi-revamped, and I think they're going to try to come out of the gate strong, especially after the disappointing year they had last year, combined with the new guys saying, hey, I'm here, this is what I can do kind of a thing. So just as good as the lineup that they have, they can get to any pitcher quickly, and they want to kind of show off a little bit. I think 3.5 runs is just too low, and you have to take that. And then the next one I have is another one that people are probably not going to like, but I really like this one, and I also just think it's really funny. Angels over 4.5 total runs. This is even money, so I'm putting a unit on this one. Like I said, I really like this one. The Angels aren't typically a team that people look at and they're like, yeah, they're going to score a lot of runs. This is going to be an elite lineup. But for one, they're going against the White Sox team that I think is going to struggle to win all year. And a lot of that is due to their pitching. They're going to have Sean Burke on the mound this year. And if you don't know who that is, it's for good reason. He's basically a rookie this year. He did pitch in 4 games last year, but 4 games, he's basically still a rookie. But then when you look even deeper into it, the Angels don't have a bad lineup, at least for right now. Obviously, the Angels are known for being injury prone, especially Mike Trout, who's never healthy, but he's healthy right now. And on top of Mike Trout, they still have Jorge Soler, Tim Anderson, Luis Rengifo, Taylor Ward, and other guys that could get a jump early in this game on Sean Burke and on this bullpen that's also not going to be very good for the White Sox. So, yeah, they have to score 5, but at even money, I think it's a good bet. And when you consider the bullpen coming in and factoring as well, I think I really like this bet. Last team bet that I have, and I'll just do this one quickly. 2-leg parlay. It's plus 165. I'm putting 1 unit on this as well. It's just Phillies money line and Yankees money line. Phillies money line I've already talked about. Yankees money line. Carlos Rodon is going for the Yankees. They're going against the Brewers, and I think they have a good shot at winning. So Phillies money line, Yankees money line, plus 165 for a unit. Moving into player props. First one I'm doing for these is Paul Skeens over 6.5 strikeouts. This is minus 162, which I know is ridiculous, but I'm putting 2 units on it. I'm also laddering this, so I'm also having Paul Skeens 8+ strikeouts at plus 126, 1 unit on that one, and 10+ strikeouts at plus 500. I'm putting half a unit on that one. So combined, you're putting up 3.5 units, but I really think this is a good bet. Now, granted, everyone is probably betting this. I know this is going to be a super popular bet because it's Paul Skeens. You know, he's coming off that great rookie season. He looks lights out. He looks like nobody can hit him. And for good reason. I think he's going to continue that into this season. And I think this is going to be a good start for him. But when you, again, look even deeper into it, he's thrown 20 at bats in the MLB against the Marlins. In those 20 at bats, he's gotten 10 strikeouts. So he struck out the Marlins half the time they've seen him. I mean, you can't really get much better than that. So I think the only reason this doesn't really look good is if they pull him early, which, yes, that could happen because it's early in the season. But a young guy like Skeens, everyone's looking to see him play again. I think he's got a less likely chance of being pulled early than a lot of the other ace guys. Next one I have is Vladimir Guerrero, 2+ total bases. This is minus 105, 1.1 unit on this one. This is probably going to be another pretty popular one. He's coming off a great season last year where he hit over 320, 30 home runs. I think he picks up where he left off in this one. I think he's going to kind of heat up quickly and stay hot for a lot of this year if he can stay healthy. Also, in his career, he's hit 368 with a double and 2 homers off Zach Eflin. So I think this is a really good matchup for him against Eflin in the opener. Alex Bregman, 2+ total bases, also even money, so 1 unit on that one. Most people know this is his first year with the Red Sox. It's his first year period away from the Astros. So I think he's going to want to kind of show up and show out as quickly as possible with this new team. He's also going up against Nathan Eovaldi, which he's hit 345 career off of with 3 doubles and 2 home runs. So pretty good against Eovaldi. Going to want to show out. I think this is a really good bet here too. I got 2 more, and then I'll go into the home run stuff. The next one I have is Gabrielle Moreno, 2+ hits. This is plus 260, so I'm going to put half a unit on this one. I also have Gabby Moreno to score a run, not RBI, but to score a run. That's plus 135. I have a unit on this one as well. The reason I did 2 hits instead of 2+ bases is because Gabby really isn't a power guy. He's more of a contact, get on base guy. So I think he's more likely actually to get 2 base hits rather than 2 bases, which is kind of the same thing, but the odds are much better, which is why you take that route. You can also do Moreno to hit a single, and the odds on that, I don't have the exact odds, but the odds on that are pretty good as well. So that's another route you can take if you don't think he's necessarily going to get 2 hits. To hit a single is also a pretty good bet. But the biggest reason why I'm taking him here is in his career, he's gone 7 of 8 against Justin Steele, which is kind of insane for somebody to get hits 7 times out of the 8 times he's seen one guy. So that's pretty nuts. I think he's definitely going to get a couple of hits in this one, and I think he's going to have a few opportunities to score a run. So I really like both of those. And then the last one I have is a 2-leg parlay plus 121. So throwing a unit on this one as well. Vinny Pasquantino to get a hit and Jurickson Profart to get a hit. Vinny is 6 of 8 in his career off Bibby with 2 home runs. So just another guy that hits the pitcher he's going up against extremely well. And for Jurickson Profar, he's going back to San Diego to play in this one with the Braves. He played in San Diego the last 5 of the last 6 years. So I think it's one of those kind of welcome home situations for him. And I think he's going to kind of want to show the fans what's up a little bit. He doesn't really have much history off of King, who he's going up against for the Padres. I think he's 0 of 1 against him. So it's more of just a welcome home kind of a thing. So yeah, that is it for the team bets, player props that I have in this one. And then the last one is the home run plays. And that is the home run plays. So that's the lotto that I have. Like I said, I'm going to be doing one of these pretty much every day that I do a show. This will be the end of the show. This is the lotto that I have for opening day for tomorrow. As you can see, 8-leg parlay, 50 cents wins you $994,880, which is nuts. It is Adley Rutschman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Cody Bellinger, Nick Castellanos, Alex Bregman, Vinny Pasquantino, Yordan Alvarez, and Teoscar Hernandez. So those are the 8 that I have for the Mega Lotto. I do also have a smaller lotto that I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was going to do one of these for, and I forgot. So I am sorry. And I will make a thing for it next time I do a show, which it'll either be tomorrow or Friday at the latest. But I can pull up what the actual thing is. So if you want a kind of safer one, then you can do that as well. But 50 cents for $1 million, you know, can you really go wrong? The smaller one that I have is a 5-leg parlay, and the odds on that are 1,425,401 to 1, or no, just plus, not to 1. You get what I'm saying. But that's a 5-leg parlay. Cody Bellinger, Adley Rushman, Nick Castellanos, Alex Bregman, Vinny Pasquantino. And if you do that, $10 wins you 170 grand. So that's kind of the smaller one that you can do if you don't want to do the mega 8-leg, or, you know, just throw together the 4 that you want to do and, you know, go with it that way. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But again, 50 cents for $1 million. I run one of those a day. It's like buying a scratcher at the gas station. You know, that's the way I look at it. Anyway, that does it for this show. I appreciate everyone that hung out with me and everyone that watched. Make sure you hit the like button if you could on your way out. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, hit the follow button or subscribe button or whatever it is on here. I don't remember what it is. Hit that button too. I think it's subscribe. Hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100. I think I'm at 70 now. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Tell a friend to watch. You know, just saying. That would, you know. And follow me on Twitter. That's the Twitter. That way you can get updates on when I'm going live and all that good stuff as well. So yeah, that does it for me. And I will see y'all next time.